Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. First of all, let me introduce myself. My name is Saumi Alfi Syahrina and my student number is A320230040 and I am from class B. So in this video, I will explain about the procedure of English materials development. In this presentation covers 5 key procedures. The first is selecting, the next is grading, adapting, designing, and evaluating. First, let's talk about selecting. According to Tomlinson, selecting involves choosing materials that match the learner's needs, the cultural context, and the objective of the lesson. And MC Grad adds that selecting is about identifying which language input is useful and appropriate for the students. A study by Nguyen in 2019 explored how English teachers in Vietnam selected listening materials. The results show that teachers prioritize real-life situations and students' interests. This strategy increased student engagement significantly. For example, in an Indonesian grade 7 class, we might choose a short story called Shopping at the Traditional Market. These materials help students learn vocabulary and also reflects their local culture. And the next is grading. Dabin and Olstein say grading is the process of organizing content from easy to difficult. And from Nunan, emphasized that grading helps learners progress through content in a logical sequence. The case study is Al-Harthi research vocabulary grading for beginner English foreign language learners. The result, grading vocabulary list helped students remember more words and boost their confidence. And the next, a good example of grading is teaching verb tense. We start with the simple present, then move to the present continuous, and later to simple past. This helps students build understand step by step. And the next is now let's move to the adapting. According to MC Dono and Shaw, adapting is about modifying materials to fit the learning context. Tomlinson explains that this includes adding, deleting, simplification or recharging the order and reordering of materials. And the next is the case study. Fatima is conducted a study where textbooks dialogues were adapted to include local culture in West Java. As a result, students were more engaged and participated more effectively in speaking activities. And the next is, for example, the original dialogue is about ordering pizza in New York. We can adapt it to ordering nasi goreng in a local warung. And this change makes the material more relatable and to Indonesian students. Designing is our next procedure. Richards defines it is creating instructional materials that match learning goals and learning strategies. And Graves add that it is a systematic process based on principle, needs, and objective. And the next is the case. Sukmawati designed English modules that includes Islamic Values for junior high school students. This made the lesson more meaningful and improved motivation among the students. And one design example is a worksheet titled My Family and I for grade 7. For grade 7, it includes a vocabulary list, a fill in the blank activity, and a short writing test. This design supports both structure and creativity. Lastly, we have evaluating. Koningsword explains that evaluation helps us assess how effective material is, and Alice said it's about judging whether the material fits the learners and their learning context. In 2019, Prasetyo evaluated the textbooks with the title When English Rings a Bell. The study showed that some vocabulary and cultural elements were not suitable, which suggests the need for localizations. For example, a speaking test asking students to describe snow may not be suitable in tropical countries like Indonesia. Evaluation helps us avoid those mismatches and improve the effectiveness of the lesson. In summary, the 5 main procedures of English material development are the first is selecting is choosing relevant content, and the next is grading is a sequencing from simple to complex. Adapting is modifying existing materials. The next is designing is creating new and customized content, and the last is evaluating is assessing the quality and relevance of material. Thank you so much for watching this presentation. I hope it helps you understand more about English learning materials are developed, and I'm sorry if there were any mistakes. Thank you. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.